All right. Well, thank you very much for being with us. That's Gadi Mamo, who's a neighbor here in this town where 3 people have died in a rocket attack this morning. And since that fatal attack, there have been more rocket attacks. In fact, we had to take to the shelter a short time ago when the sirens sounded once again, and we heard thundering explosions as that rocket hit as well. We don't know if there were any casualties as a result of that. Let's speak now to an Israeli MP, a member of the Knesset, Dr. Einat Wilf from the Independence Party. Thank you very much for being with us here on BBC News. What do you think the next step should be for the Israeli military?
Certainly, we're monitoring the situation very closely. The goals that have been created for this operation are prudent and limited. We want to make sure that our civilians are no longer targeted, that they no longer need to live under a regular barrage of rockets, that they can go about their regular lives. This is our purpose. If we can achieve it tomorrow, we will stop the operation. But for that, Hamas has to finally decide that they will cease to target our civilians and to hide behind their civilians as they do so.
We've seen this barrage of rockets today in response to the airstrike, the Israeli airstrike that killed the Hamas military leader Ahmed al-Jabari. Was that airstrike that killed him, was that not a provocative move in some senses? Because, I mean, surely Israel knew that there would be a military response from Hamas, that they would fire these rockets into Israel.
To call that a provocative move is certainly moral reversal. This is a mega terrorist who has been responsible for the deaths of many, who has been responsible for families, children living under rockets on a daily basis. He has certainly deserved his death, just as Osama bin Laden deserved his. We are prepared for the attacks that come in response to that. But at the end of the day, it is up to Hamas to stop that. It is Hamas who is at war with Israel, who is targeting Israeli civilians, who are sworn in terms of their ideology to ensure that the Jewish people have no place in the world where they can have a sovereign existence, certainly not in their ancient homeland. So ultimately, Hamas has to come to terms with the fact that we exist here, and they have absolutely no right to target our civilians and to make their lives hell.
Okay, Dr. Einat Wilf, thank you very much indeed, from the Independence Party, they're a member of the Israeli Knesset.